Hey everybody, my name's Morganth. I stream on Twitch as well as I post videos here on YouTube. Today we're going to be starting the first video of my Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough. People who watched me on stream know that I already did play some of the first Mass Effect on stream. However, as I would, and I promised I would make a Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough video. However, as I did that, I kept playing the original Mass Effect and even recorded some of the footage for it to keep going with my original playthrough, but I came to several conclusions. The first, Mass Effect is one of those games, it's a game I love. So for those of you who may be unfamiliar with Mass Effect is an RPG, sci-fi RPG series, with a very unique story and very unique system for telling that story, in my opinion. Almost every little decision you make matters. It'll show up and will show up in the later games. So my quest is something. My quest in my very first, when I was first playing Mass Effect 1 in its Legendary Remastered Edition, was to do every single side quest. I did that. It took me 24 hours, total. I didn't stay up in a single day and do it, but it took me 24 hours total playing the game to get every single side quest done. And a lot of the side quests are just, and a good portion of it is just me running around on the planet with a Mako. In the Mako, you'll see what the Mako is later on. It's the vehicle that lets you, wander around on planets. And that's really freaking boring to watch me just drive around in the Mako and just being like, where the heck is this next mineral deposit I'm supposed to find? So, this series of Mass Effect 1 videos isn't going to cover any of the side quest stuff. It's just going to be me just going straight through the story, which if you just do the story only takes about 3 to 4 hours. However, when I move on to the future games, so Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, I am going to use the playthrough that has all the side quests done. I will also be 100% honest with you, I love Mass Effect 2 so much that I actually played and finished Mass Effect 2 already, because Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game, and the general consensus is that Mass Effect 2 is the best game in the trilogy, is the general consensus. Obviously people have their opinions, but that's the general consensus, is that Mass Effect 2 is considered the best game. So I already went and played through that once. But the great thing about the Mass Effect games is that, one, you can import your character from the previous game into the next game, and two, you can, if you have a character already, you can import that character you already used into the game. So my Mass Effect 2 character is based off of my Mass Effect 1 character that has all the side quests, everything completed, almost everything. I think I missed maybe a few of the inconsequential side quests, but that's what my Mass Effect 2 is played off of. But for this Mass Effect 1 playthrough series, we will only be doing the story missions, because and a few of the side quests, because they are actually kind of a little important to the story, or they add important elements that I need for the game, like unlocking my subclass. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Mass Effect, Mass Effect 2. We're gonna play Mass Effect 1. I'm going to be doing a new game plus that's using the game that I've already played through. So I'm already be at max level. I'm probably going to have a lot of money. It's just I don't want to have to bore you guys with the watching me drive around on all these planets, because anyone who's played Mass Effect can tell you that driving around on the planets can suck. But then we'll pick up in Mass Effect 2, and my Mass Effect 2 playthrough will be using as I've said, will be using the playthrough that has my the entirety of my that has basically the 100% completion in Mass Effect 1, the whole 24-hour shindig. But this playthrough should only be 3 or 4, maybe upwards of 5 to 6 hours, dependent. But so hopefully not too many episodes for you guys to watch. Each episode I'm anticipating to be about an hour long, approximately around, between 45 minutes an hour. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm just going to be rushing the story, maybe, that kind of stuff, maybe do a few of the side quests that are involved in the stories. But and I'll explain more about that, about why my decision-making process later. But so yeah, let's hop into it already. Okay, and here we go. I'm in, so you can see I have the resume button. It means I could pick up from the last save of my last Mass Effect playthrough, but we're not going to do that. We're going to click Start New Career, and something you might be going like, why are you starting a new career? I thought you were just going to use the character you've already done before. So I want to be quiet because I appreciate the whole the immediate immersion into the game, where it's treating you as someone who's entering their ID. So what we're going to do actually is, now that we're here, is we're going to select our existing ID, and we're going to select my Patrick Shepard. I know that the standard name is John, but everyone just calls him Shepard, and I name him Patrick to identify with myself. But yeah, so we're going to click Patrick Shepard, and I'll just go over the information. So it actually looks like it only took about 20.43 hours, 20 hours and 43 minutes to finish this playthrough, which is fine. I did have an earlier playthrough. Like, I had an initial playthrough I started that I did on stream, and then I did a new playthrough to do some changes, because I realized there were some decisions, because I was trying to do for that 100% completion, so I realized there were some decisions I needed to go remake. So it was about 24 hours in total to finish the first story. I did restart at one point. But anyway, so we're gonna just look so that we can identify some of the basic information we need to know about Patrick Shepard. He's currently level 29, which there is a bug in the game currently that hopefully is going to get fixed, where you can't max out. Max level is technically 30, and for some reason we can't hit it. We can't hit 30. We can only hit level 29. Should be fixed. However, hopefully will be fixed eventually. But I know it's not that big of a deal. Level 29, level 30, it's fine. But then, yeah, the other information we need to know about Patrick Shepard is he was born on Earth. He didn't have, any family. He was an orphan, and he joined the Alliance military, which is the military force of humanity in this day and age, to kind of go out there and make a difference. He's a war hero. During what was called the Skillian Blitz, there was the Earth was being attacked by an alien race called the Batarians, and Shepard, held out and saved his platoon on the and saved his platoon. So he's a war hero. In game, that just means he starts with a few extra Paragon points, which is the alignment system for the game. His class is he's a Sentinel, so he uses a mixture of tech and biotic powers to help his allies and overpower his enemies. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll explain a few of this. I'll try to obviously won't say much during dialogue, but here.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of his family.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets, learned to look out for himself.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect. I love this game so much. It's so freaking awesome. It's great. I'm so high. I love it.
The Arcturus Prime relay.
Okay, interesting. I am starting out with my armor and my, at least my armor, maybe not my weapons, but I am starting out with my armor that I had in the last game. Because normally the armor you start off with in Mass Effect 1 is red and black. I've never done a New Game Plus. I know technically, originally, the way to play... Sorry, I'm trying not to talk over the dialogue too much, but technically the original way to play the game... I'll explain it once I get to a quiet point, sorry. And then immediately no dialogue happens for about 30 seconds, in which Patrick had enough time to explain it and then didn't.
The board is green. Approach run has begun.
Yeah, more silence. Anyway, I don't want you to miss anything because it's so cool.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
All right, cool. So before I respond, I'm going to just take a moment and say what I was trying to say. So when you start the game, normally you have this red and black armor that is indicative of Shepard's what's called N7 status, basically his elite soldier status. Anyway, with that, to continue on, but I'm wearing the armor that I ended the game in. I remember that. So, and because I've never done New Game Plus of Mass Effect 1 before. Technically, that is the way that it's like was supposed to be, and it was intended to be played because it was the only way to reach max level originally in the original version of Mass Effect 1. But in the Legendary Edition, they have changed that. So it doesn't. So it's different. Wow. Sorry, I'm just comparing what I'm seeing on my screen to what you're seeing on your screen, on what you guys are going to be seeing in your video. It's really actually kind of different. I need to see if I can apply some filters there, but I'll mess with that later. But yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Anyway, so we're gonna just take a look. Know that. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like they kept all my equipment, which is fine because the enemies will scale, obviously, with did they keep my skills? Yeah, they kept my skills. And here we can see the bug. I need 662,100 experience points to get to level 30 and 700, and I have more than that. So bug. It is restarting me all the way back down at my very low Paragon level, which is fine. I don't need my very high Paragon level because I do have Max Charm, and I'll get my Paragon level up, obviously. So I have Max Charm, which is what's more important in Mass Effect 1 and 2. But yeah, so full skills, already leveled. Just don't want you to be under any impressions that I'm starting from the beginning. I'm not. Let's just drop a quick save real quick. Wow, 200 saves. I save a lot. Anyway, yeah, let's go. So we're gonna go. I can't talk to those guys yet, but I will talk to.
Inspector, they're always on a mission. And we're getting dragged right along with them.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit.
We're gonna talk to a few of the other characters so we can get to know them.
Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives.
Graphics improved, but animations did not. Just look at that mouth.
On a shakedown run. It doesn't add up.
So real quick before I go on, this wheel here is actually patented. At least the way it's laid out is actually patented by EA, BioWare. Like the way, like it's because it's always set up into very specific sets. So, for example, you will always find for the most, at least in this, in this type of situation, you will always find questions or things that will expand your dialogue options on the left-hand side. The things that end the conversations will always be on the right-hand side. The goodbye is just the general kind of neutral response. The top response is always going to be this kind of like, hey, I'm trying to be the Paragon, the good guy route. The good guy. There isn't actually a Paragon Renegade. The better description is for my D&D nerds out there is a lawful good versus chaotic good, or Paragon versus Renegade. Paragon being lawful good, Renegade being chaotic good. And so the Renegade-ish option will always be on the bottom, and it obviously gets more nuanced than that, and you get familiar with it as you play the game. But it's just in this type of situation, that's the example. And so like I click investigate, and then it allows me, then I have my questions, my ability, I'll always have return right there. It's just, and that's actually patented by BioWare. It's really interesting to me that it is.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself.
Sure, that's an exaggeration.
Don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously.
Yes,
Something big is going on.
The difference in the yours is very, I'm just looking at it real quick, yours is very tinted red, and I don't have that same red tinting, and I don't know why that is. Isn't it something my monitor is doing? I might have to mess with the graphics a bit and see what's going on.
Anyway. You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War, lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board, especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command, and they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
And just a little bit of background that there are when humanity first entered the galactic front. Holy Jiminy Christmas! Sorry, I need to look into that. When humanity first entered the galactic front, they did have They had a confrontation with this alien species known as the Turians, which Nihilus is one of them. It was called the First Contact War, and a lot of humans and Turians still hold grudges from that First Contact War. And it was an interesting situation. I won't go into the full details, but you saw that thing that propelled us forward earlier in the game. That's what's called a Mass Effect relay, and it's what is used for faster than light travel between clusters. Huge, but basically across the galaxy. And so it yeets you across the galaxy is what it basically does, using, bending space-time. And so technically humanity went through a Mass Effect relay that was illegal to use, and the Turians are kind of they are the largest military force in the galaxy, and so they had the task of monitoring it. I'm going to mess with my graphics real quick while I'm talking. I tried messing with it for a bit and couldn't figure it out. So we're just going to move on forward. And, I have no idea what's going on. Anyway.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
And normally I would go in and dig a little bit more, but like I know about but like I'm not gonna dig too much because again I don't want, if I was to go through every single dialogue like one, I know it, and two, let's go through every single dialogue option, it would be crazy. So like and I will try to explain bits of lore as I go on. So we're gonna go ahead.
Like every other assignment you've had, and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, so we are going to a place. The place we're going to is called Eden Prime. It is a human colony. So,
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
What else can you tell me?
This is big, Shepard.
The Protheans
the last
are
time
that.
humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like
Protheans are that ancient civilization we talked about earlier.
Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume
that's how it should be, right?
Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on it.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it
Just
up on
where
screen.
it gets scary. Not really scary, but...
Get down!
Interesting. Interesting. That cinematic's different. And I'll explain how when we get there.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small
You're
strike team
kidding.
can
You're
move
not. You're
quickly
not kidding.
without drawing attention.
I knew my
It's
camera.
our
You
best
actually.
chance
Oh
to
man.
secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
I didn't realize that my face was cutting off some of the dialogue. I'll move my camera in a bit. Hopefully.
Engaging stealth systems.
That'll be better. So like I'll move my camera in a second. Once we get to another pause
Somebody was doing
area.
some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Should help us out a bit. Anyway, so if we click, I just want to check something. You have... Oh, I guess I have a bunch of my... A bunch of my gear was left over, it looks like, from last time we played. Or it's giving me a bunch of upgraded stuff, maybe. Yeah, I guess, yeah. It's armor. Your armor is only the basic level armor. So... I'll give you that, because you'll be with us for a while. Give you that, and you use pistols. So we're gonna give you this, and I kept any upgrades too. Cool. Well, anyway, so yeah, we're gonna move out.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
It's up. Is it up over here? No, it's down here. There's a chest hidden over this direction. So one thing about Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1 definitely it's more of the traditional RPG looting. Looting. Oh, we should definitely go to you and give you. Oh, you already have. Cool. Yep. And then yeah, you already have that. So then we'll keep going. But yeah, Mass Effect 1's more the traditional RPG. It cares more about your stats, your skills, your
Oh God, what happened here?
all of that stuff. Whereas Mass Effect 2 and 3 are more just shooter RPGs, so they care less about that kind of stuff. And you'll see that change when we switch games over and through this playthrough. But that, boys, is why you want to stick to cover. Boys and girls, apologize. I've been playing Mass Effect 2, and they changed some of the icons. And so I was looking for a specific ability, and I was like, I knew I had if they changed what the icon looks like in Mass Effect 1, Tattoo.
Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
I should be able to take cover behind this tree, thank you. Sprint forward and get behind this tree. Why am I built? Okay, Caden. Thanks for eating my bullets, Caden. Caden jumping around in front of me all janky. Keep looking around a little bit more for more stuff. Okay, so really interesting. Because this is what I was talking about. In the cinematic before, this is the girl we saw in the white and pink armor we saw before. She was wearing heavy armor. But here, she's only wearing light armor. You can tell because if you look at the shoulders, and we'll get her into some heavy armor soon. So you can see the difference. But, oh yeah, she was clearly wearing heavy armor in the cinematic.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Move out.
Alright, cool. Pick all that up. Go to Ashley. Equip her with that. Better gun. And... so yeah, if you look at her shoulders right now, very clearly, light armor. But then we're going to equip this heavy armor on her, and you can now look, and yeah. So she has heavy armor on in the cinematic, but I guess she doesn't have heavy armor on when we come here. That's fine, we're just going to upgrade her armor and weapons real quick. This is how you level up. Let's see, yeah, and they're on auto level up, so they're automatically leveling up. Okay, so it's to-do. So yeah. Anyway.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
And it's still it's always Scorpion 1, always in that container. I was kind of hoping it would be higher level since I'm higher level, but it's always Scorpion 1. Anyway, cool. Really weird that for that objective they give me a objective complete sound. But not for any other of the tutorial objectives that I ignored. I keep pressing the R button to reload, because in Mass Effect 1, you don't have to reload, you just have a heat. If you fire too many times, you go onto a cooldown. But in Mass Effect 2 and 3, you actually have to reload.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport.
And see, these are all appropriate level.
I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Just want to make sure, did I get any upgrades? Yeah, the breaker is an upgrade. It has a lower heatsink capacity, but I've never, like, when I first played this game, I was to hit it, but like, if you're pretty controlled with your shots and paying attention to what you're doing,
looks like they hit the camp hard.
You're not really gonna get that kind of thing. You're not really gonna get overheated very often.
Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
And I unfortunately can't shoot them until they get off that thing. Hey, don't have a health bar before that. Anyway, there we go. There's that. So the thing about Mass Effect's class system is broken into like 3 different groups. There's tech, combat, and biotics. And biotics, just so when you see me throwing around this blue stuff, biotics is basically the psychic powers, is what they call it. Well, I'm gonna need to. Can I? I want the. I have to reduce all this Omnigel. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. I'm gonna be just reducing a bunch of my stuff that I don't need to Omnigel. Alright, I'm back. Got that all ground out. Gonna go and keep going. Anyway.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
And my least favorite part of this game, the decryption minigame. It's really not bad at low levels. Just the high level decryptions are really annoying to navigate through, and very much a pain.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Dragon Age Origins reference.
Close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
Alright. Well, that's disturbing. Cool. Nothing like a little doom and gloom to spice up the world.
Saren. Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
And we heard the gunshot.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
And we're getting shots at. One of the things that I do appreciate about the change in Mass Effect 2 and 3 is that not everything has a freaking shield. Not a thank goodness. I hate this minigame so much. I could just skip it using Omni-Gel, but it's just an easy one. The more difficult ones I will skip, but...
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Sorry, I moved my camera again real quick because it's inconsistent where they're putting the subtitles. So I may just have to leave it in one spot and whatever I deem to be the best spot. Or maybe I could probably shrink it. That's what I'll probably do. Anyway, but we'll deal with that in a second.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You're breaking the law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell.
The powers of
Docks at the
persuasion.
spaceport, if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
So he gave us a pistol. He did not give us a pistol. The other thing he should have given us would have been grenade upgrade. Failed gypped. There was no. Oh, there it is. It's just a level. We'll reduce it to Omni Gel. I need that pistol. You better hand that pistol over. Immediately reduces to Omni Gel. And immediately finds 3 other better weapons in that room. All right.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
A Turian? You know him?
He's a Spectre. He was with us on the normal.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I am sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks. For the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
We do.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal. Hand over those grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Yes.
We need to find
You're
that
so
beacon before
sorry.
it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
At least that one's level 10. Like everything else. Let's come back over here. Oh, we're getting shot at. The great thing about being a sentinel is I can activate my barrier, and I don't need to worry too much about getting behind cover, which is really annoying in Mass Effect 1, as the controls aren't optimized. And before my barrier's even expired, bam! I can put barrier up again. I think that's pretty cool. Certainly makes this encounter 10,000 times easier. Before, this was a pain. Barrier. I don't want to get melee attacked though, because my melee attacks will ignore my barrier and shields and come directly for me. Don't forget to pop barrier again. Yep, and we just chug along right that because Sentinel. I'll have to check something real quick. All right. Activate the train controls, and we are off.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Alrighty, so we gotta disarm these bombs,
Demolition
which, thank
charges.
goodness,
The Geth must have planted them.
in this version is
Hurry!
just
We need to find them all and
pressing,
shut them down.
waiting for a button to be done. Barrier. Trust my teammates to do some killing, and I disarm another bomb. Though these are a little harder to aim in this version of the game. I mean, Mass Effect 1, they're difficult to aim. You have to be like, in Mass Effect 2 and 3, they kind of like seek your target, but in Mass Effect 1, they don't. You have to be aiming like exactly where you want them. And if there happens to be an enemy in your way, then you'll be fine. Did I miss a bomb, really? I missed a bomb. I think this happened to me last time I played, actually. I missed this exact same bomb because I thought it was over here. That's fine. No enemies chasing me. I've got time to go disarm a bomb. Yeah, I must have just walked right past it. And yes, much bomb animation, disarming animation. I crouch next to it, and bam, I use the power of my mind to disarm the bomb. That's how disarming a bomb works, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever see watching the TV shows, cutting those wires, you know, that kind of stuff, nah, that's not how you disarm a bomb. You just crouch and you think really hard, like Shepard. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna go around and loot. I don't particularly need to loot anything. I've got pretty good gear. So I don't really need to be doing a crap ton of looting. I'm actually kind of glad I looted that because it'll give me good armor for companions later in the game. But we're just gonna move right along.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Shepard!
No, don't touch him. Too dangerous.
The whole trajectory of the game would have been entirely different had Shepard not jumped in. Instead, had let Ashley do what Ashley did.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Spooky. They want me dead.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell
What are we gonna
them?
tell
I
them?
had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was
Boo-hoo.
stored.
Shepard had a bad dream because of that.
Lost Prothean technology.
Impetus for the
blueprints
rest of the
some
game.
Ancient weapon of mass destruction. Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
All right, cool. That's what we're gonna call it for this playthrough. I mean, not this playthrough, this episode. We'll be back, of course, with more Mass Effect soon, hopefully. And yeah, so let me know what you think. Let me know down in the comments what you think is going on, if you've never played the game before, or your favorite moment from the episode. I love Mass Effect. It's such a good game. It's so much so many interesting things are going on, so much stuff. Honestly, it's fantastic. But yeah, so here we are. Gonna call it there for this episode, and we'll be back with another episode. I hope to see you there.